So, in order to carry out a process properly, we do have to have some background knowledge. Just like to drive a car, you could just learn the mechanics of push this button, push this pedal, turn the wheel this way, that way, you could do that. But actually, if you know how the car works, then you'll be a better driver. You know what happens when the petrol goes in, you know when you push the brake, what happens to the gears, etc. like this. If you have a little knowledge, then you'll be a better driver. So, when we chant the holy name, you could chant with no knowledge, and it's acceptable. But if you chant with knowledge, you get better effect. If you chant with no knowledge, this is what we call namabhas. We chant with knowledge, then it becomes suddhanam, pure name. So, if we chant namabhas, fine, but the result will be different. We chant pure name, result will be different. So the advice is that we should chant purely, not with namabhas, not with contamination. So therefore we need knowledge, some knowledge. But fortunately, that knowledge also is simple, not difficult. So this is what we call the Sambhandha Gyan, basic knowledge which is presented in the scriptures. There's only 4 points actually, which Bhaktivinoda expands into 10 points in his Dasmula Tattva, but ultimately only 4 points. Supreme Lord, first point, there's a supreme conscious entity. Supreme means more power, more knowledge than anyone else. He does not have any cause. He is the cause of everything. Nothing causes him. No one's more powerful than him. And he is a conscious entity. So this is the Ishvara, Supreme Lord. So that's one thing which is defined in the scriptures. Then we have 3 Shaktis of the Lord. We have the Antaranga Shakti, or the internal energy of the Lord, the spiritual energy of the Lord. This operates in the spiritual world, in Vaikuntha. And it manifests the Dhamma, the abode of the Lord, the name of the Lord, form of the Lord, qualities of the Lord, and pastimes of the Lord. So very, very important. And it's always with the Supreme Lord. He's never without his form, qualities, and activities, so therefore he's never without his Shakti, his Antaranga Shakti. It also manifests bliss in the spiritual world, manifests consciousness in the spiritual world. So we have the Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini Shaktis of the Lord. These are all part of the Chit Shakti. So the whole spiritual world and the bliss manifests through the Antaranga Shakti. If the Lord doesn't manifest the Shakti, what happens? No form, no qualities, no activities, no name. Brahman only. So spiritual worlds manifest through all the Shaktis. So very important element. Second Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, which we call the marginal energy. And this manifests all of the jivas. Jivas are also conscious entities, but they are not independent. They are dependent on the Lord. They're not number one. They are dependent on the Lord.